Alright, here's Mega here. I got a cool piece of kit right here that I may potentially install on the Victory Empulse TT. So this here is called a Stashbox. So what it is it mounts where your license plate is, and it's a little box where you can put stuff. So one of the things I complain about the most on the Empulse is its lack of like storage for anything on the bike, and the Stashbox was designed so like you can put like stuff in the you put stuff in it, like your registration, stuff like that. Even has there's even a little pocket thing here, so it's lockable. It's got a key here. Yeah, just ignore those sounds. That's my computer trying to update itself. Yeah, so it's got a little pocket, a little plastic kind of document holder here, where you can put your registration and stuff, and it'll be secure because it's got a lock. It's got a key on it, key and lock. So, and I was thinking of putting it behind the license plate, actually, like behind it. So it opens the other way. So I want to see if that works out. You can also put other stuff in here, like you can put like tools, maybe like some Allen wrenches. I'm planning to put maybe like a tire pressure gauge. You could put tire pressure gauge in here, and you might be able to fit. I'm not sure. You might be able to fit a plug kit in here too, but I'm just gonna leave that with my pump. It's already with the pump, so that way I don't have to carry so much stuff in the trunk, and I can put some stuff in here, and that way I get more space in the trunk. Of course, if you wanted to carry your insurance and registration documents, you could probably just get one of these for the trunk. Like, I'm not really sure where to buy these, but these are like packing slip little things here. But the story behind this guy is I bought this for my KLR 650, and I installed it on my KLR 650 because I took the KLR 650 has like a little white, like, oh, I don't know, but it's dependent on the KLR 650. But I have a little white box that mounts where the freaking where the cargo rack is, and then and I took that off because I changed the deck on my cargo rack. So I bought this so I could put the insurance and all that stuff, but I just put it in the side panniers. Oh, well, that was the reason. So I bought the side panniers, and it has a crossbar that goes through the center of the bike, and it interferes with this, so I couldn't use this anymore. And I just had it sitting around. And I saw it. I was like, I could use that on the Empulse. That would be good for the Empulse, because the Empulse don't have shit for storage, So I can put a little more extra stuff on the bike, and it's a it's a little secret container. So there it is. It's looks pretty weatherproof. I'd imagine it'll keep your stuff fairly dry, unless you really drench your bike. So the way it mounts is it mounts onto your there's different it mounts onto your your license plate frame through here, and then you bolt your license plate onto it. But I'm gonna just do the opposite. I'm just gonna bolt it to the back of the license plate frame. Hopefully that won't, hopefully it's not enough weight where like it'll mess up the fender or anything, but it's cool. Or we could just put it somewhere else on the bike too. But yeah, we'll give it a whirl. Let's make it out. Also, I bought this at Pro Cycle motorcycle accessories online. They sell a lot of DR650 stuff and KLR stuff, and then they said they were selling the Stashbox. This is actually the second one I've had too. They go for around like $20-ish, so it's not bad for a little bit of extra storage on your bike. Hey, he's Mega here. Got the Stashbox installed. It actually looks pretty good. So I was thinking of putting it in the back, But then I thought that's probably a bad idea, because whenever you open it, everything's gonna fall out. The license plate bracket is at like such an angle where like it'll hold it like over here. So there it is. I got it on there. I didn't use the stock license plate hardware. The ones they use for the plate are like they're those self-tapping screws that tap into the plastic of the license plate. So there it is. So basically, I took the license plate off and I bolted it on to the top of the Stashbox with these screws, and then I'm using the stock. I think these are the stock ones. These are the stock washers, so I went and used those again. And there it is. There is an issue with it rubbing. I guess, yeah, when you open it, it rubs on this here. So I imagine it's gonna wear on that after a while if you open it a lot. Probably won't be opening it too much, but there it is. Let's see if I can get it to lock now. There you go. So it looks like when it's locked, it looks pretty good. It's gonna actually, what I might do, and what I may do is I may notch the license plate so it doesn't do that. Just put like a little notch here, so it doesn't do it as much. I would rather have the plastic part rubbing on that metal than the license plate. The license plate is kind of jaggedy. So there it is with the California plate on it. So yeah, so this is the key. I don't know where the spare is. I have to go find it. It's a tiny little key. It looks like for like a computer system or something, computer lock. And then you just undo it, and up it goes. Also, there were holes drilled here in the middle before, because that's where I had it on the KLR. So actually, there was a hole here already, and then I covered it with electrical tape. So there's electrical tape on both sides of the holes, so water doesn't get in it. You can see it's not very, you can't really see it too much. And then I actually had to drill holes. They have little, they make little, there's like little dimples they put in it, so you could, you know where to drill for the license plate. This is actually a very nicely made piece of hardware here. The Stashbox. They even like see, if you look here, there's a little, like, they kind of like indentate the little indentation here, where the kind of where the gasket sits around, so you can so it would clear the screw. You can see that. That's pretty rad. They thought of everything, and it has a kind of like a weird hinge, like it has like a double hinge here and here, so like it could swivel in like two directions. And there is a gasket. There's a gasket along it too, so it is waterproof or water resistant. So there it is. It actually fits pretty good. Doesn't stick out too much. It does block the reflector a little bit. I don't think that's a big problem. I think it's here to stay. I don't have any other use for it, so. So the way it's bolted on is I use these are, I don't know, for some reason it was using SAE bolts, so these aren't actually the original bolts. I had some Allen bolts lying around. I think I was supposed to have 4, but I don't know where I put the other 2. I had only 2 of them, and one of them has a lock nut on it, and then one of them has just a flange nut that I could find. Yeah, these are just some random bolts, just random nuts that I found. And I put some Loctite on these ones, so I may replace these with, you can find SAE stuff. The locking nut's pretty cheap at Lowe's. But at least I have 1 pair of locking nuts. So it won't, because the license plate is one of those things that does vibrate a lot on bike, no matter what bike you're riding, you know. But yeah, there it is. It looks like it actually belongs there, you know. I like it. Let's go put some stuff in it. So actually, there's a little document holder right here, so you can actually put stuff in there. That's where I'm gonna put my registration and stuff. Let's go take some stuff out from here. I have a little tool pouch here. Go put some stuff in there. All right, look at all these goodies I got in here. So can definitely put the tire pressure gauge in there. That's a good thing to put in there. It'll fit in there pretty nicely. Put an Allen wrench. Now it will kind of jiggle around in there. I probably want to put like a piece of foam on it in there. But really it's only designed for like yeah, like a piece of foam like this. Look at this. Yeah, really it's really only designed for to put like registration and stuff in there. But you can put some small tools in there. I have to cut this a little bit. It may interfere with the gasket though. So, but yeah, you can put a, well, let's just take that out for now. I'll fix it later. So yeah, you can put some small tools in there. Allen keys. It's probably not the most convenient way to put them in there, but it's keep wanting to fall out too. I got this little socket dealy here. What you should really be carrying around on the Empulse is a set of Torx bits, because the Empulse uses a lot of Torx bits, so I don't know if it's going to fit this. But I think this is a good place to at least, you know, put registration and stuff. Actually, if it's pretty tight, then it won't make as much noise. So yeah. So there you go. It works pretty good. You can throw some small tools in there. Maybe I Velcro all my tools in there. That sounds good. Yeah, that would work, and that would keep it from like bobbling around. But for now, just the registration and insurance goes there. So I mean, I carry it in my wallet all the time, but you know, just put that stuff there and put some other small stuff. I can't think of anything else that I'm carrying. Like you can probably put a plug kit in there. Yeah, you probably could put a plug kit in there. Maybe if you shave the ends of the T-handle here. This is one of those combo plug tools. Yeah, so I think everything else, the locks and all that, I can't put that in there. Plus, you don't want to put too much heavy stuff in there because it may break your license plate bracket. So, alrighty, there it is. Cool dealy. Here's we go. I'll let you know how it turns out. Another quick little update. I took the Dremel with the cutting wheel here, and I cut a notch into the license plate here, so it'll articulate around the bracket here, so it won't mess the bracket up or anything. So I don't think it's touching it that much. I guess if you open it up all the way, it'll touch it a little bit. Maybe I need to cut it a little more, but. Oh no, okay. Actually the box is hitting it, so I'd rather have the plastic rubbing on that than this metal license plate. So there you go. That is another little mod I did to get it to fit on the Empulse. Well, I just notched the license plate. And also I wanted to note, like, yeah, I use screws. You have to use screws to put it on the Stashbox. It makes it easier to steal. So they can't steal the Stashbox so easily, but. Yeah, I wish the Allen head bolts were on the top. So I don't know people that go around stealing license plates or anything, but you know, it's a possibility. All right, here's what I got.